Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video we are going to be making a wreath for my mother for Mother's Day. You may see this bee. I just painted this. It is just one of those regular, those like bees, or like you can get the wood letters at the not at the dog store, at Walmart. I picked it up. It was like $1.97 or something like that. And I painted it white because I think white's going to be the color that I use. I used Waverly acrylic chalk paint. It's like out. Like I had just enough to finish the wreath, or finish painting it. But we are going to be using that with a burlap. I just need to plug my phone in so it doesn't die when I'm filming. I'm kind of not ready for this video yet. I didn't really get anything ready besides the sign, or the sign. I'm gonna probably call it the sign in this video. You know what this is, it's my letter. So yes, I painted that, so by the time I'm getting ready to use it, it should be dry, and hopefully I don't have to do any much touch-ups. I kind of want to distress it a little bit, so we'll do that at the end. So we're gonna move this out of the way, that way it can dry. The mesh we're going to be using today, just stop the mesh, is just this poly jute mesh. It was $5.50 at the wreath shop. If you want to find this, there's the SKU number, RY800518. We're going to be using some greenery, I think. I picked these up at Walmart, actually, for like 97 cents or something. They're boxwood. So I picked up 2 of those we might be using. We're going to use, I think, these two ribbons. I'm not sure, though. I also have these 2. I don't know where I got these. They're in my stash, but I think these ones came from Michael's, but I don't think I'm going to use those because I don't like the black. And, but I think we're going to be using, there's some stuff from my grapevine wreath that I made the other day. I plugged my hot glue gun in, but I need to put it on a stand so it doesn't burn my table. Put my thing up there. So yes, I think we're going to use this one. This one is from the wreath shop too, I think. There is the SKU number, and then I think we're going to use, this is the 1.5, this is the 2.5. I think we're going to use this one right there on top. This is 2.5 and 1.5, and then we're going to use a 14-inch Dollar Tree wreath form. And I think that's about it. So we got this guy right here. The tag must have fell off already, but we still got the little hangy thing on there. We're gonna do the poof method for this guy, I think. Yeah. We're gonna get our wreath form ready. I'm gonna use some red pipe cleaners. I don't know how many we're gonna need. Excuse the music in the background. My sister's got music on, so hopefully it's not too loud. So we're gonna just go like this. You guys know how I do this. Slip it in there, cross tie. My hot glue gun smells so bad. It smells like everything. It smells like something's burning. And then we put this one on the 3rd tie. So I think we're gonna do those ones right now, and then we'll see if we're gonna do. It's hot in my room. It's raining outside here in Wisconsin. It just started raining. It's a really gloomy day. I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow too, so that's great. We're all in quarantine and we all want to go outside, but this weather here in Wisconsin just sucks. It's either cold, and if it's warm, it's windy, so it's not, doesn't feel like what it's supposed to be. And yeah, so it sucks. So yes, what are you guys getting your mothers for Mother's Day? Or maybe you are a mother on here watching this video. What do you think your son or daughter is going to get you? I thought, why not make her a wreath? And I'm like, well, then what kind of wreath am I going to make them? This one's kind of weird, actually. I think, why is it so, it's so tiny compared to the, or maybe not. It just looks tiny right here. It's a different color too. I usually use the green ones, but I got these black ones one time, and they're all the same, so you don't really see the color of the wreath in the back. So yes, I just decided, what kind of wreath should I make her? She's already got some other ones. I said, why not make her one that when it's not a holiday, she can put up in her house? And then I said, maybe we'll just make her one with our monogram. Not really, I don't know if it's really a monogram, it's just her last name. I thought about maybe writing our last name on the wreath, or on the sign, like the letter. But I think just using just the regular, just having the B is going to be fine, because people are going to understand it's for our last name. If not, we can tell them. So yeah, Mother's Night's not for a while away, but I have some custom orders that I need to have done pretty soon, and when those get, I'm waiting on the materials, and as soon as the materials come, I'm gonna have to get to those. So I decided, why not just get this one done, so that way if I get real busy, I will still have time to be able to make the wreath. I think Mother's Day is actually on the 14th or 12th. Oh, my calendar fell. It is on the 10th this year. So May 10th. And right now it is actually, I think it's April 28th. So it's in a couple, 1 or 2 weeks. 2 weeks, I think. So I just want to make sure, that way it's done. And I don't have to worry about quickly getting it done, and I could take my time. Really have no materials right now to make my custom order wreaths, so I gotta wait till those come, and they're not gonna be here for a couple days. So I went to Walmart to pick up some, because I thought maybe I'll pick up some, I thought about maybe picking up some, what am I trying to say? Some ribbons, because I thought maybe I'd pick up some nice ribbons to add into this one. Something different. Well, they didn't have any. They had some wired ribbon, and it was all sparkly, and I said, that's not going to go great with this theme, because I'm kind of doing like a farmhouse, a little bit rustic type of wreath, because that's kind of what our house's decorations are. So I kind of wanted just to fit with our house. So I said, that's a fail. So I'm using these ribbons. I actually use these in a rustic farmhouse chicken wreath that is already sold, and I made this I made it in one of my videos if you guys want to check that out. But yeah, if you're a wreath maker and you have a mother, a wreath is an amazing gift for your mother, and you can tell her that you made it by hand, and a lot of the materials are already in my stash, so it's not like I had to go out and buy much. I went out and bought the bee, and that's it. And I had the burlap, the jute mesh already in my stash. I had the ribbons and the paint. So it didn't really, and I just bought the greenery because I decided that a little bit of greenery would look good in this wreath. So yeah, that's what I did. And I think she's gonna love it if I can keep it a secret. Because I can't really, I bet you if I hang it down in my, where I hang out my other wreaths, she probably won't even notice because she doesn't really go back there much. But I think I'll just probably shove it under my bed. That works too. She doesn't check under there. Or I'll wrap it and then she'll know. But I don't want to wrap it and put it somewhere because then she's going to be able to see it. So I'll probably just shove it in my closet or put it under my bed where she won't be able to see it until Mother's Day. I can't remember what I got her last year. I don't know. I think I might have got her just like a gift card. Because this is before I started, that was before I started doing like wreaths, or like mainly doing a lot of wreaths. And I really didn't have my license last year, so I couldn't really go out and pick out something for her. I'd have to ask my dad, and sometimes he wouldn't take me, so I'm like, okay, well, that's not. Now that I have my license, I was like, I told her I was going to Starbucks today, which I did, because, you know, I had to have my Starbucks. But then I went and got her stuff when she was at work, so she has no idea that I'm making this for her. So, I have my hot glue skillet plugged in. Also, I didn't tell you guys that, and I also have my hot glue gun plugged in, just because I think I'm going to need that to attach the pipe cleaners to the letter. But we're going to do 10-inch poofs, and since I don't have my cutting board right now because my thing is drying on there, I'm going to use the little fabric ruler. I think we're going to do the poof method. Or wait, let me look. I'm gonna look at my stash quick. I don't know. I don't know if I want to make it a real full wreath and then have this thing in the middle, or I think I want to have it real full, but then I'd have to use just 2 burlappies unless I use red, but this red has sparkles in it, so I don't know. This red has sparkles in it, and it's not gonna really make it look farmhouse, but I could add just another poly jute mesh if I decided to, and just do the crinkle method and do the crinkles into it, but then I shouldn't have already, or wait, then I could have already attached, yeah. I don't know. I think we're just gonna go with a regular, we'll just make the poofs, we'll do the poofs. I think that's gonna look better anyways. So I'm gonna grab some zip ties, actually. You don't need to add zip ties, but I do because that way I know my thing isn't going anywhere. I usually use about 3 of them. So I start in the middle because that's where I like to start. I'm gonna kind of bring it over here to the end and just crinkle it the end up to get a good starting point. Find it where you find all your mesh. Come in over here, start in the middle. I come on in here just like so. Come under that with the come in here with the zip tie and zip tie that guy in there. That way I know he ain't going anywhere. I grab my pliers. I pull it real tight. That way it's not going anywhere. And then I grab my wire cutters and I snip that off. And then that's done. That way when we come back through later on, we have this final pipe cleaner to attach our other end in. Then I come in here like this. I do 10-inch poofs on the inside and I do 12 on the outside. So I bring my ruler in. You can also guess. I'm not very good at guessing, if I'm being quite honest with you. So I go like that, come in here like that, bring this guy like so, and twist. It's just got a really funky smell to it. It's very, very burlappy. It's very, very strong. I don't know. It smells like, almost smells like cleaner or something. It's very factory smell. You guys can probably hear the rain. It's like lightly raining, but it's making a lot of noise, to be honest with you. I have a window right here, so usually it's real light in my room. I shut my other window because the rain was making it look so dark in here, and then when I closed the window, it at least looked a little lighter. I left this window open just for some light, but I need to get like a ring light. I think I'm gonna buy one soon to set up behind me. I want to set up a new whole, different filming area, because I kind of want to do one where you guys can see my face and see like my whole like not going down, because I know the angles sometimes is like very bad with this, and I want to do different. You should do it like where you guys can see me and like have the thing in front of my table kind of coming up, so then I can like, and then I like just talk in the beginning, and then I would move it down so you guys could see the wreath. And I also want to, so I can turn my phone sideways, because right now I have it going up and down, and it leaves those black things on the side of like the video when you're watching it, which I don't like that. So I know that's what's happening, and I just can't think of a way right now with this whole setup that I have right now for me to make it that way. I've tried. I'm still trying. I'm trying to get been looking at different like different tripods and stuff to kind of get this. I don't know what the heck this smell is, but it's very strong, and I hope it goes away. It smells really like, it's very like very like factory smell, but I never smelt it in one of these before. Like I've used this mesh before, I think, in couple of my wreaths. I don't know. Maybe something's on it. It will probably go away. So yes, 10-inch poofs in the center, and then I go a little bit bigger to a 12-inch poof on the outside to bring in some dimension you'll have just enough. You'll have a teeny bit left at the end. If you don't want such a full wreath and you want to maybe limit the amount of mesh you use, you could go a little bit smaller. I don't know how it's going to look if you would do like a 10 or like a 6 inside and a 8 outside, or an 8 inside and a 10 on the outside, because you might be able to see your wreath form a little bit. I don't know, unless you decide you're going to put in a bunch of florals or ribbons and stuff. I just think I rather just use one roll. This roll cost me $5.50. Didn't cost that much. If you're using a more expensive mesh, you could go smaller loops with the expensive and come in with a little bit cheaper of a mesh and use that to fill in different parts. Do some curls or some scrunch it up a little bit, or do something like that. That's an idea. Or you could do the crisscross method. That helps bring a nice full wreath, but you're still going to use almost a whole roll with that method also. But there's plenty of different methods you can look up. I have a couple different ones on my channel. I have the crisscross. I don't know if I have the crisscross on there, but I could. You could also use this with 21-inch mesh. It's going to make it a lot fuller because, obviously, because the roll goes out more, and when you start fluffing it out, it becomes very full. So that's also a different idea you could use. I have, I think, 1 or 2 on my channel using that method. I think I did it for the, pretty sure I did it for the gray patriotic wreath with just the large bow. I have that one on my channel right now. And then I also have one, I think it's the one with the burlap. It's like the burlap with the heavy, or like the different foiling strips with the red, white, and blue. That one, I also have it. I did it with a 21-inch mesh. The same exact method, using the poofs. It just makes it a lot fuller because it's more mesh. But if you don't want to buy, some people don't like 21-inch mesh. I like it for certain things. Some wreaths, it's just a little bit more difficult to use it. I don't like cutting 21-inch mesh. I'd rather cut the 10-inch because it's a lot easier. That's another thing I need to buy. I need to get a new cutting mat. As you guys can see, my other one is very, very used, and it's very small. But I looked on Amazon. They didn't have any that I wanted, like the size that I need. So as soon as these stores start opening up after this coronavirus goes away and our stay-at-home order is gone, I'll probably go out and try to find one. So yeah, I think I got my other one at I'm pretty sure I got this one at Tuesday morning or something. So now I finished, I'm talking, I'm not telling you guys what I'm doing, but I finished oh my god, that rain is very loud. I finished the inside, so now don't cut it. I just bring it on over, and I do another zip tie. So you put your final one in that last pipe cleaner where we put our other zip tie. That way, that's why I did the zip tie. That way you don't have 2 loops inside the pipe cleaner. That way, because otherwise you're not going to have enough room for your ribbon tails if you're using ribbon tails. If you decide not to use ribbon tails, you can always use half a pipe cleaner as your pipe cleaners. But since I'm going to be using ribbon tails, I've decided to use full pipe cleaners. So now, since we're on the outside, we're going to move it up to about a 12-inch poof. You don't have to if you don't want to. It's just my... Okay, I think I'm going to move this guy out of the way. It's kind of annoying. Some videos I don't, some I don't. That's why I need to get a better camera. I actually... last night I was actually watching YouTube, and I was just watching these people's, different wreath areas, and I'm like, I need a new area. Or I need to get all this stuff off my desk. But the problem is, if you guys don't know, if you haven't watched my craft room / bedroom tour, well, I didn't really show you my bedroom area, but I showed you my craft area. Since, if you don't know, I share my crafting area. It's in my bedroom, so basically I share it with my bedroom. So I have my clothes in my bedroom and my stuff you would have in a bedroom in here, along with my crafting stuff. Some of my closet is crafting stuff. I have my ribbons all in there and my mesh. But then I also took up 2 closets inside my house. One is a full closet, and then the other one I took up half the closet. The bottom portion is mine, and then the top shelf on way up top is just a bunch of my parents' stuff. I bet you it's like, I don't know, it's all up there. Stuff from when they got married. I think my mom's wedding dresses or something is up in there. But yes, I took up that, and then I also take up some of the basement. Some of the basement, I have a wall up there where I hang all my wreaths, and then I have an area where I keep all my inventory for like my different stuff, and all my baskets, and all my stuff I use when I go to craft shows, all my different like shelves and stuff. That's all down there in our storage area of our back room. Our basement's kind of split into 2 areas. One is more like a living room type area. It's technically not really a living room, but we have couches down there. As you guys if you don't know, I have pets, so I have my chinchillas, my bunny is down there, my guinea pigs are down there, my leopard gecko is down there. So they have their cages down there. We have a bathroom down there, and then we also have a full bar. So that area is kind of more just for living and people, and then we have a back room where it's like a 2-part, it's like a wall with our stairwell down there, and then we also have like our sump pump and stuff, and then you go up a couple different little stairs, and then you have a room where we keep my mom keeps all our bins for holiday decorations and all that kind of stuff. And then that's where I store all my craft fair stuff in like a corner. I also keep my pet stuff back there too. So yes, I'm trying to convince my parents. We have a loft in our house upstairs. Our upstairs is like me and my sister's bedrooms, and then we have a bathroom with 1 closet, and that closet's one where I took up half of it. And then we also have a little loft area where we have some old couches, like are ancient. I don't even know why they're up there. They're so ugly. But my mom's like, those are from mine. I'm keeping those. So I want my parents to put up a wall so that way I could turn that into my craft and my wreath room. But they're not totally on board with me yet. Still convincing them. Maybe one day. But otherwise I don't know. My bunny cage, literally my bunny cage takes up like half our basement downstairs. Because he's got like 2 big large playpens. Maybe one day I'll show you guys my animals, because I know this isn't a pet YouTube video, but I know there's gonna be people that want to see my animals. So maybe one day I will do a little non-crafting video and just show you guys my animals, because they are cute. And who doesn't like a bunny and some guinea pigs and some cute little chinchillas? So I'm just going around with 12-inch poofs, but yeah. So I'm still trying to convince my parents to let me take up the loft. That, or I might have to rearrange the basement and maybe even take over the bar. That would be nice, but that'd be a nice crafting area. But my parents like to have people over, and so that will probably never happen. But otherwise, I don't really know. Right now my bedroom is perfect, fine. It's fine. I kind of have this table where I keep all my stuff. It's nice at nighttime when people are sleeping. I come in my room and I film, or I just craft away. But it's kind of like, I wish I could have this part for my bedroom and not have all my stuff in here, and I'd be able to have all my stuff in one room, because I hate having to like be in the middle of a freaking wreath and then having to go downstairs quick and grab something in my closet that's downstairs. I'd rather just have it all in one area. So yeah, we're still working on that, figuring that out yet. We'll see. Maybe I'll just turn that into my craft room and not even put a door up. But the problem is, then when people are sleeping at nighttime and I want to make a wreath or craft, I can't have the lights on. Because I don't know, it's kind of confusing. You can see from the loft to our living room, so you'd have lights on and I'd be making noise, and that's a problem because my dad goes to bed early because he wakes up in the morning real early to go to work. And that the loft is literally right above his bedroom, so if I make a lot of noise, he's gonna start yelling at me. So yeah, there's a lot of issues. So I wish we just had, I also told my parents, I wish there was another bedroom in our house. Just why couldn't there be? When I had my animal, before I started crafting, I had a bunch of animals, and I always said, well, I wish we had a bedroom for my animals. Now I'm like, no, I wish I had a bedroom for my craft room. I see all these people with beautiful craft rooms, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Some people take over their garage. That would never happen for me because I live in Wisconsin and it's so cold. I'd be out there with winter jackets on. And we have so much stuff in our garage because my parents could park the cars in there, so they would never let me do that. So yeah, probably just gonna have to stick to my bedroom, but I'm trying to think of a different filming option. Since this table is kind of like shoved up to the wall, I don't know how that's gonna work, but I want to think a new filming option for you guys, because I know this quality of these videos are not the greatest. I 100% know that. I'm still starting off. I'm just like, I need to start just sharing with you guys. But just know, I'm thinking, I know that I need to think of a better way, and I will figure it out sooner or later. So I think I'm almost done. Yes, I think I have like 1 or 2 more loops left. I think this one, and then I have 1 more. This is just, it's got, like, every once in a while I get a whiff of, like, whatever this scent in this wreath is, and I don't know why it smells so bad, but it does. So, okay, so I got 1 more. If anybody didn't hear it, it is a 10-inch poof on the inside row, and then a 12-inch on the outside. And you still have some left. I'll show you guys when I'm done. Okay, so I just put this guy in the final thing. I pull it tight, and then I actually go in with another zip tie. So I use 3 zip ties. You don't even have to use 1 if you don't want to. I just decide to, because that way I know my guy ain't going anywhere. I like to make sure my stuff is perfect and it is not going. I didn't want, it would suck if it came apart in one of our, even though this will stay in our house, so it won't be that big of a deal. But since I do make a lot of my wreaths and sell them, I don't want a customer to email me or call me saying, one of my loops came out, because that would not be good. So I'm gonna just cut off the extra, kind of go as far down to the thing as I can. The scissor sucks, I know, I need to order a new one. I think I got that one from the dollar store. So yes, you still have this much left, so you still have a good amount, but I don't think you'll have enough to go. Maybe you have enough to like go like 12.5 or 10.5 on the inside, but I wouldn't go any bigger than that. You could go bigger than that, but you just need another roll to add on to. So now we're gonna fluff. I'm actually gonna get a drink because my throat's starting to get dry. I went to Starbucks today, that's what I'm drinking. And the town next to me has like 4 Starbucks, and only 1 is open right now. And it's the one inside of our Myers. So everyone has been there. Everyone goes to that Myers to go to the Starbucks because everyone loves Starbucks and it's the only one open. And they're so busy. Today I think I waited in line for like 30 minutes. Which I'm like, whatever, what else do I have to do? Nothing. But yeah, and they have been out of my drink. I got a strawberry acai refresher. The one without the lemonade. I don't like the one with the lemonade. But that's what I get. And the last couple times I've been out, I go there, they've been out. And I'm like, oh, well, I waited in this line this whole time. So I tried a strawberry frappuccino, and that was good. It just, I got a venti the first time because I was like, oh, that's what I usually get with my thing. But okay, yeah, if I ever get one of those again, it will not be that big of a glass because I did not finish the whole thing. It was just a little too much. So today, I was like, well, they're going to probably be out of my acai again because they always are. And then they weren't, so I was excited. So I'm like, okay, good. So what do you guys get? Comment down below. What do you guys get from Starbucks? Or do you not like Starbucks? Some people are like, I'd rather spend my money on something else. Me, I don't go there that often. Since we've been on quarantine, I kind of been there a lot lately because I just get bored and I need to find out where I was going to go. And today I kind of needed to think of a thing to say where I was telling my mom where I was going, so that way I could go and run to Walmart and get her stuff. But then I was like, well, I'm not going to just tell her I'm going to Starbucks and not get any. So I'm like, well, I'll go there. So, yes. But I heard that they might be opening up more. So that's good because there's one that's closer. This one's like really far away and it's like on the way opposite side of the town. It's not really a city. It's more of a bigger town. But yes. So as you can see, I'm fluffing it right now. And then I'm going to start working it in to the wreath. I kind of just go in like this in between each of the different smaller ones, and I kind of just work in between. Okay, what am I doing here? Oh, wait. Okay, wait. Oh, there we go. Okay. I got it now. Wait. What am I doing? Why am I getting so confused? Oh, right here. Okay. I confuse myself a lot if you guys haven't noticed. It's kind of not good, but it's fine. I'm like, okay, wait, what's going on? And then I'm like, okay, no, nothing as bad is happening, Max, but you just like to tend to just sit here and like confuse yourself even more than you have to. And it's like, don't do that. It's okay. So this wreath is starting to get a little bit full. I might go back in and do a couple more poofs because I kind of want this thing to be full in the middle too, because then I have somewhere to put my letter. Since it's not going to be a big sign that's going to cover up the thing, I still want to be able to make sure that, like, when I put I think my letter should be dry by now. I think it's dry. Yeah, it's dry. I think it looks good. It's going to look so cool in the middle. But since if this was like a full rectangle, you wouldn't be able to see it. But I want to be able to make sure you can't see anything in the middle. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to actually set this aside because I think I'm going to have to use my mat. Get that guy out of the way. So what I think I'm going to do with this leftover mesh, we're going to come in. We're going to take our baby wipes. One of my favorite dollar store things. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. I did a top 10 favorite Dollar Tree. I think I did. I think it was top 10. No, I don't think I even did. I don't think I was a top anything. I think I just listed my favorite items for crafting from the Dollar Tree. And this is one of them. And they're not even in they're not even in the crafting section. So sometimes you need to go out and just walk around the dollar store and just let your creativity take over. So I found so many things that I use for crafting that aren't even in the crafting section or not even labeled crafting. And this is one of them. Just trying to get the paint off of it. Not that great, but whatever. Okay. I think we're just going to turn it over anyways. I got sparkles on it from, I think that's from my fall wreath. Okay. So I think we're going to do the curl. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what this method is called, actually. I'm being completely honest with you. Okay, we're going to take our rotary cutter. Where's my rotary cutter? Oh, I know where it is. It was in that tray that I moved. That's why. So we're just going to cut it real straight. That way I know it's not straight and just throw that away. So what I want to actually do is I'm going to run over here quick and I'm going to grab I'm just going to grab this mesh. I don't think it's actually got jute in it. Maybe it doesn't. It's whatever. It's an extra scrap. And we're going to measure out 16-inch, actually 17-inch. I need something to put on here. Where is something I could put on here? My tape dispenser. Okay. We're going to do 17-inch. If we get 4 of them or 2 on each, I think we'll get another one out of this one, hopefully. Put it to the end. Something heavy. You could use anything, basically. Another one. Okay. Hopefully I can get another one out of this. Yeah, I think I could. Okay, once it gets to the end, it's going to start trying to roll up on you, so don't let that happen. Okay, put that down. Bring this over. I think I started moving it now. Yes, I did. And then come over here to the 17-inch mark. You could do 22 if you could do 20 if you wanted. I think we could get one more out of it. Hopefully, yeah, we can definitely get one more out of it. So I don't know if I'm gonna even need that other one. I brought that other one over here, it was an extra scrap from one of my other wreaths. Just because I thought maybe it would still need a little bit, but I think I got 4 out of here, which is gonna be enough, I think. And if not, we can always grab more. Grab the other one. And then you just got this much left. So I use that whole roll. If you're gonna use a sign, you don't even have to do this part. Just because I'm going to be doing so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start rolling, and then when you get to that point, actually wait. So yeah, you're going to start rolling, and then pinch. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. Or wait. I think you pinch like right now. Oh wait, no, I think you pinch. Okay, I really haven't done this method yet, but it looks cool. So we're gonna do like that. We're gonna grab some pipe cleaners. I think we're gonna use white for this because you might be able to see them. So we're gonna use white. And I'm just gonna cut it with my rotary cutter. Right at 6 inches. And then I'm going to tie that around it. And we're going to go this way. Pinch it in the middle. Kind of figure out where the middle is. Pinch it and then twist. And then we're going to use that for our center. Kind of bring in a couple different we're going to come in over here on one of our crossbars, find it, weave it through the other way, and pull it tight. So I just went like that, right onto one of the crossbars. I'm going to do one on each side and then one on the other sides, okay? Put these away so they don't dry out. And put my tape dispenser over here so it's out of the way. Oh wait, we got 5 out of, oh wait, no we didn't. That's the other mesh. Confusing myself over here. So we're gonna come in over here like this again, kind of start, and then you just crinkle from both ends and pinch in the middle. Take your pipe cleaner, come down from this way, pipe it down like this, and twist. And then come in over here. I'm going to do the exact opposite crossbar, if you guys know what I'm saying. We got one over here, so I'm going to do the exact opposite. I'm going to do it in pairs of 4. So I'm going to just shove it in like this and shove it in like that. Grab onto them. Pull them as tight as they go. Overlap them and twist a couple times. And at the end, I'll come through and I will worry about the pipe cleaners, that way they don't scratch your door. Move that guy out of the way. One last pipe cleaner needs to get cut for 4. That guy did not want to go, so we're just gonna, see, this is why I need a new thing. It's like so damaged, it is not even funny. It's because I used a lot of 12 and a lot of 6 one time, so you can tell. When I cut mesh, it's usually at 10, 12, or 6. And my cutting mat can verify it for me. It's crazy. Okay. Again, pinch, twist, pull down, and twist again. Okay, and then we'll just do this one quick, and then we'll do them all at the end. Or put them together, together. And just pinch it. Bring it down, around, pull tight, twist, twist, twist. Okay, so now what we're going to do is figure out the other side. So I think right here is where we're going to put it. Since this thing is in 6s, we're going to do this opposite side. It's not going to be a crossbar this time because we don't have a crossbar over here, but it's fine because it's going to be working. I want to be doing it in 4s. So that's why we're going to go like this and shove this guy down. Down just like that. We'll fix that guy in a second. And do this one directly across from it. Okay. So now we have enough to do our different 4s. I'm going to bring these guys down so they don't, we're going to pinch them down. That way the bend in the pipe cleaner helps it so it stays. And now you guys will see that it doesn't have a thing anymore. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you. So our B is going to go right in the middle like that. Oh my god, this literally looks so amazing. This white brings out the burlap so well. I don't think I would like another color in here actually. So that's why I'm glad I didn't add any red or anything, because I think it would just be, I think that the white brings out the burlap in the wreath. So I'm just going to adjust this a little bit, you guys, and now we're going to cut our ribbon tails. Since we're going to be doing a little bit of rustic, we're going to bring in some rustic red. I think that red will help it. Will just be enough to help bring it in. And then some of that greenery. I think that greenery is going to look so cool. So we're going to cut our ribbon tails. This stuff's like shreds a lot. Or sheds, not shreds, sheds. So we're going to use these 2 ribbons. I'm going to pull the pins out and set them in my thing over here. Actually, usually I just stab them into a hot glue stick. That way they're easier for me to grab onto, because if they lay down in the thing, they're so hard, and this way it's hard to grab with your hands. And that way I just set them over here in the dish, and that way I know I ain't gonna set them on my table, and then I'm gonna hit them off, and then they're gonna end up in my foot. So always put them in something contained. Don't just lay them on. And I just use these pins to help keep my ribbons together. So I think we're gonna do 12-inch tails. So you can use the scissors for this. I think I'm gonna turn this upside down because of the fact that I don't like that crack in the thing anymore. You can use the scissors for this part. I tend to use just use my rotary cutter because it's a lot easier, and my scissors do not like cutting my ribbon because my scissors are crappy, you guys. I need to buy some new ones. I actually broke one in a couple of videos ago. I think it broke. I think I did it. I think it was on video it broke. So yes, I got this this ribbon from the wreath shop, I think. Pretty sure it came from the wreath shop. 1 second. I will know for sure in 2 seconds. Oh yes, I think yes, it did come from the wreath shop. Usually I add a W, S on the back, or I do a C, O for craft outlet. That way I kind of tell you guys when I'm doing my videos. I don't really care. It doesn't really bother me, but I kind of just do it for you guys so I can tell you guys where I got it from. If you like it, you can probably get it from a lot of different places. A lot of the times they carry the same ones, but you can do longer tails if you decide to. I don't want my tails to be my main focal point. I want the letter to be my main focal point. So yeah, and you guys, I think we're gonna do 6. Yeah, we're gonna do 6 tails of each. Oh, I gotta put it on safety. And actually, we're gonna quick do something. I just remembered. I think we're gonna quickly try and see if we can staple some pipe cleaners to our letter. That way, if I can't, I'm gonna have to use my hot glue gun. That way it can dry. I'm gonna put a Kleenex down just so that way my letter has something soft and doesn't get scratched, because I don't want the paint to get wrecked. But I think if I use my stapler, it should be good. I hope, at least. So we're gonna kind of just put it down like this. You can use a staple gun. I don't have one yet. Okay, that worked okay. So we're just gonna go like this and bend them over. So you can just take something and just push it we're gonna go one sideways too. Because you guys know me, I'm very, I make sure everything goes. You guys, I'm gonna probably, if you guys have I don't think it would come through because it's not that thick. But if you guys have a staple gun, I recommend you use that. I don't have one yet. My dad doesn't have one, I don't think, so I can't really use his. But I'm gonna get one soon because it's just a lot easier. Because that thing, you wouldn't have to sit here and pound these guys in. It's just that I don't have one yet, so we'll go the old-fashioned way and we'll just sit here and... You could also use hot glue. I'll put some hot glue on this just to make sure it ain't going anywhere at the end. But stapling is just a little bit easier, especially when... Just make sure if you are going to staple that your wood or your sign or whatever you're going to be using is thick enough that you don't end up having your staples come out of the front, because that would not be good. So now I'm just going to put some thing on there, and I'm going to actually just do one more over here because I think we're going to want a little bit of extra stability. You could do 4, but I think one more is going to be not good enough. Okay. So there we go. It worked. It would look a little bit, it'd be a bit better if I had a staple gun, but we're going to use with what we get. We're going to make use of what we got, and I need another hot glue stick. I have a couple good videos coming up, you guys. I have 2 custom orders. One is, the wreath is already done. I did not do a video on it because I made that wreath before I even started this channel. But it's sold, but they want me to add flowers to it. So I actually have the flowers ordered already. Just gotta wait for them to come. I don't know if I should put Mod Podge on this. I don't think so, because it's not gonna be going outside, so... And if it does end up going outside and she wants to put it somewhere where it might get anything done to it, since it's gonna be staying in my house, I can always take it off later and do something to it. But if I'm gonna be selling it, I probably would put Mod Podge on it. Or if I wasn't going to, I would sell it as an indoor wreath only. And because I know some people put them on your front door, where it's touching the elements, and I don't want it to get wrecked. But I don't think she would do that. And if my mom decides to, I will put Mod Podge on it. I just don't want to put Mod Podge on it and make it look real clear. I kind of want it to look a little bit rustic. I might do some, I might do a little bit of, sandpapering on it just to make it a little, kind of, what is that word? Why can't I think of it now? I'll think of it. It'll take me a couple seconds to think of it for right now. But distress it, that's the word. Make it a little look, make it look a little older and a little bit more rustic. And if I do that, I would just take some, but I really like just the plain white, so I don't know if I'd even do that. But I might take some sandpaper on the corners, or on the ends, just to make it look a little bit. Okay, so I got 6 of these guys. We're not going to dovetail these because it's a rustic wreath, and I don't really like rustic wreaths dovetailed. But you can do that if you decide to. It's your personal preference, whatever you think. Everyone thinks differently. Everyone prefers everything different. But I really think I usually tend to do it more for spring, Easter, patriotic. I just dropped one of the ribbons in the garbage. Okay, pull that guy out. So we're gonna quick grab our ribbon, put this guy on top. You always want to have the pretty side facing up. I just lay these over to the side, and do the same exact thing. That way I can just add them in quick and they'll be done already. So yes, I put a 1.5 on top of a 2.5 and use them together. All my ribbon is, oh. Okay. You guys, I'm short one of the gingham, so real quick. I'm breaking my rule, but I know it's there and I know I'm not gonna bump it, but usually I don't ever do that. So I'm breaking what I go by, but I got it, so it's safe. Okay. I must have miscounted. Sometimes when I'm talking, a lot of times when I'm doing these videos, I miscount, but it's fine. It's an easy fix. Would have been less easy if I would have ran out of the ribbon, but I didn't. Okay. So what I do is I fold it in half and I pinch in the middle. I'm going to come in with my wreath. And I'm going to be doing these on all of the outside. On all the different crossbars. I think, yes, that's going to look better. I think, or wait, let me bring my guy in there. Yeah, because we have the greenery yet to add, so I think we're gonna just do it on all the outside ones. See this? Now it's not strong. Now it's strong again. So I don't know what is going on with this. Okay, I did a very horrible job of pinching that in the middle. That is totally not centered. I don't know what I was thinking or what I was doing when I did that. That is not right. Well, maybe it is. Maybe it switched when I put it in the wreath. But okay, what is going on? It did it again. What is going on here? Okay, there we go. Now it's a little better, but it's not looking like it's perfectly centered in the middle, and my ribbon tails just look a little funky, but we'll figure it out. To be honest with you guys, I think we're going to do it in the center. I don't know why. I think it's going to look a little better in the center. Why that is? I just think it doesn't look good right there. It doesn't stick out. Okay, yeah, we're going to do it on the center one. See, guys? I'm not perfect either. Fold it in half. I think my mom's gonna love this. It looks so good. Okay, there we go. I don't know why we'll fix those later. I'm not worried about it right now. Yes, I think we're gonna do it on here. They're gonna be going out anyways, so if I was gonna have them coming in like this, it would be different, but since I'm gonna have them doing a V, going back out to the outside of the wreath, I think the inside is gonna look a little better because otherwise it's gonna get covered up. So if you guys don't know what I'm saying here, I'll show you. I'm gonna have them going like this. Okay, what is going on here? Yeah, they're gonna shoot out like this. Yeah. So that's why I decided to put them on the inside, just because on the outside they looked a little bit funky because they just looked like they were not they looked like they were in the middle of nowhere, to be honest with you. Okay, crossbar. Where's my next crossbar? Right here. So I'm doing on each of the crossbars. If you guys know the dollar store wreaths or wreath forms, you know that they have 6 different sections, and each section is split off by a crossbar. Here, I'll show you. This is a dollar store wreath, each crossbar, and this is a section. So I'm putting one on each of these different crossbars. That's why I have a total of 6 different groupings. I do that for a lot of my wreaths. I go on a total of 6. That way I just know that I know that makes it a lot easier to make sure your ribbon is evenly spaced, because you know that they're all together because they're on the same crossbar that are splitting the wreath up evenly. And it just helps you. Sometimes I put on all 4, I like go back and forth. This one I'm trying to keep a little bit more simple because I don't want to take away from the whole letter. I kind of want my ribbons just there to help bring it a little bit more full, but I want to make sure that they don't take away from the letter, because that's kind of my main focal point and the main. But if you have a really pretty ribbon that is what made your mind set, and that's what's making your wreath come to life, and that's what is making your wreath look good, you might want to go a little bit more and do a little bit more ribbons, because that's what's. But for this wreath, my ribbons are not what's making the wreath up, it's the letter. So that's why I'm going like that. But everyone's decision is different, so you kind of customize it the way you want. Maybe you're not putting a sign in the middle. I know for some of my wreaths like this, I didn't put a sign in the middle, and I did a lot bigger ribbons, and I did a lot more ribbons because that's kind of what made up the wreath. I didn't have a sign because I thought the ribbons were enough. So yes. And if you don't want to put ribbons at all, you don't have to. Maybe you want to just put a sign and just do a bunch of florals. That also works, which works great. Okay, I'm like, where's my other crossbar? Right here. So I just put my ribbons in, and then I kind of go and work with them. I don't really worry about them too much right now because I know they're going to get messed up with me touching them. But as long as I get them in, then I choose how I like them. I just don't know what is wrong with this mesh. It's very strong. I don't know what the heck the smell is coming from because it's new, so it's not like maybe, and I think that's the reason it's very new. You guys are probably like, you're being very exaggerant, over-exaggerant. No, I'm not. It is very, very, very strong. Okay. I'm like, where in the world is the mesh that's supposed to be in there? Okay, there we go. They're just not even. This is very annoying. Why aren't these guys coming in even? Okay. Now are you even? Yes, finally. I don't know why. I pinch them in the middle, but then when they come out, some of them don't look even to me, and I'm just like getting annoyed. Okay. That one is good. Kind of just fixing my mesh as I'm going along, making sure there's no gaps or holes or places where my mesh don't look. Nope, this one is not even perfectly either. I twist them sometimes. This guy's not coming out perfect either. There we go. Okay. They're twisted almost. It doesn't, it's kind of annoying. There we go. Is this guy even? Please be even. Okay, there we go. Okay, what are we at? Almost an hour. Okay, we just gotta add the sign and then our greenery and then we'll be done. So, not too much longer. Trying to make it a little bit less time because I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on these videos. I don't want to make them too long because I know they get boring after a while. I just sit here and talk, but I try to show the people that are coming on here to learn and watch the whole thing and figure out how to make this wreath, but I do have another type of video on here. Okay, so that's what my wreath looks like right now. We're going to add the sign in, and we're going to figure out our top and bottom. So we're going to come over here, and we're going to figure out, right here is going to be our top. And oh my god, that looks so good, you guys. I am literally so excited about how good this wreath is going to turn out, you guys. I'm literally so stoked that this looks this good. I just love the white. I think the white is making this whole wreath pop. It's just, oh, it looks so good. I just don't want, I'm trying to make it so you can't see the pipe cleaners because I don't want my pipe cleaners showing, if you know what I'm saying, you guys. Okay, so I'm just gonna bring in the pipe cleaners and twist them a little bit. I'm not putting anything in yet. I'm not making any final twists. I'm just kind of bringing them in so I can kind of get a little like idea of where I want my sign. So I just twist it, that way it doesn't move, but then I will come back in. And if you guys can't really tell, it's because it's kind of hard to show you guys right now, since I have to like kind of like go underneath the wreath and kind of like move it around a little bit, but I will show you what I'm doing at the end, or after I get this guy fully secure. And you guys, this guy came apart. Okay, see, this is one of the reasons why you have to make sure when you go through, your twisty ties are very tight because you don't want them coming apart. And that's exactly what this guy just did, is came apart. So I will kind of go through at the end and kind of just like make sure all my twisties are nice and tight and they ain't going anywhere. Okay. Okay. So I think we're gonna have it like, yeah, this is how we had decided. Don't worry about all these red things and everything, because those are gonna all come out of here. And I'm just kind of gonna go through and make some adjustments. Okay, I kind of like the way that looks, so I'm liking the way it's looking. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna flip it over and come in down in here. As you guys can see, this is one of the ties, and I'm gonna untie it and tie it real tight, like 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or maybe 10 10 twists. Don't skimp on the twist, because you don't want, next thing you know, it comes apart. Well, then your sign's gonna be dangling because one of the twists are done. So that's why I kind of go in with a couple, and then I also twist it around the crossbar a couple times, so that way I know it ain't coming out at all. And then after I cut it I cut it so I don't have to twist it around that many times, and then I push that down. That way I know that it's not going to scratch anyone's door, or for instance my mom's door or wall. Should probably be putting this on the wall because she doesn't really have any doors to put this on. We live on a dead-end street, so not many people see the door. It'd be different if we lived in like a town where people walk by. We're out in the country, so it's very, very dead. Some people will still see it, but I think more people will see it if it's in the house. But I'll let her decide where she's going to put it, because it's going to be her wreath. No, I think I don't think I even need to put any distressing into this, you guys. I'm pretty sure that just having that like that is just, I think it looks good just the way it is, if I'm being honest with you guys. So yeah, I don't think it needs any distressing. I think it needs to come up a teeny bit, just so it's not riding this guy. And then we're going to come back in and we're going to worry about fluffing out these guys and making sure it's nice and full back there. But I think I need to bring this guy. I don't think we're going to do this guy either. So yes, I'm going to twist it a couple times and then come on in here and twist it. around the bar. This guy's already short enough, so we're just gonna poke her down there. This guy needs to come up, twist it, so it's, you don't want to twist it too much, or pull on it too much, that way, so it doesn't, I don't want it to like, be like shoved down and like scrunching way down. You want your sign or your letter to be up a little bit, because if you, the more you pull on it, the more further down into the wreath it goes. But I think I'm gonna push it down too much, so we might actually go. So you guys just have to kind of adjust it. I think I might let it loosen up a little bit, you guys. I think I pulled it a little too tight when I was doing this, but that's one of the things you just do when you're a wreath maker, is you have to just, not everything looks good the first time you do it. You have to kind of mess around with it a little bit. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to untwist these ties a little bit, get them down in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to untwist these, get these guys situated. I'm going to switch out I'm going to figure out the ribbons. I'm going to get them all perfect on here the way I like them. And then I'm going to cut all the twisty ties, all the ones I'm not using, and make them all short. And then then I'll come back on and we'll add the greenery, and then we'll show you guys what it looks like on the wall. And then the video will be over. So I'll be back when that's all done. Okay, so you guys just saw the time lapse of me cutting all off the pipe cleaners that I didn't use, and then the ones from the ribbons. I just had to get those out of there. I tightened them up, stuck them all in the back, and folded them under so you wouldn't be able to, they wouldn't get scratched by the door. I'm gonna brush off my sign a little bit. I might have to touch it up a little bit right there, but I can do that off camera a little bit later. Now I'm just gonna kind of go through and just tuck my ribbons in. That way you don't, hopefully you're just making sure you can't see any of the, pipe cleaners or zip ties or anything, any of the mechanics. As you can see right there, you can kind of see a zip tie, or not a zip tie, a pipe cleaner. So, and right there's a zip tie too. So we're gonna go like that. Okay, so we're gonna fix our ribbons, making sure that they're all looking good, and then why isn't this guy going down in there? Okay. Okay. Just maneuver it around until you find out how you like it. So now we're gonna add our greenery. And like I said in the beginning of the video, I got this at Walmart. It's just regular boxwood. It's like 97 cents. But it doesn't look cheap. It looks nice. You get a lot on a stack. So, yes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go in. There's like 5 stems, and I'm gonna cut them all off the stick. If you have a steel pick machine, now would be the time you could just shove them into the steel pick machine. I don't have one of those because I don't have one yet. I would like to invest in one sometime, but right now that's the least of my worries, is a steel pick machine. So what you're gonna do is I kind of just sit here and pick out how I'm gonna do this, and I'm just gonna kind of place it where I want it, and then I'll go through a little bit later and I will add in the hot glue. But for right now, I'm just gonna go in here and stick in the greenery where I think I'm gonna want it. If you hear any talking, we just had dinner. So my mom and dad are doing the dishes. I was like, I'm going upstairs. I'm going upstairs. I'm going upstairs to finish filming. So I help them out. Usually I go down and I show my mom the wreath I made. Well, I can't do that today. She asked what I'm filming. I'll just say, oh, I was filming what can I say? I'll say I was filming like a different type of video, not a tutorial. And then if she asks to see it, I'll just show her the Dollar Tree one. Or she probably won't even see it. She hasn't watched my videos. She's just like, you do you. I showed my dad. I went downstairs because he had to go get me something, and then I was like, this is what I'm making, Mom. And she's like, what's the B stand for? Our name doesn't start with a B. His name does, but I'm like, our last name. Oh. He's like, well, you know, her name is, I'm not going to say it just for privacy reasons, but he's like, oh, okay. Looks good. And I'm like, okay. That's all you're going to say to me, but whatever. It's fine. Okay. Okay, I think this greenery is just going to it just makes it look a little bit better. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of come in here and add some greenery in different spots where I think it needs a little bit more. It's not going to be all in all the different spots just because I don't have actually 12 picks. I only have 10 little picks of it. So we're going to have to figure out the different spots where we want. I think we're going to have to put one like, where do we want this one? Down here? Probably. I wish it would have had, unless I go and I pick off like a stem of a different one and add it in here like this. Could always go like this. I could always go like this here. We'll just cut the pick a little bit more. Does it out? That always works. We can do that. Okay, and then go like this. And then come down here and maybe pick off this guy. Doesn't need a lot down there. Put that guy in there. I'll probably have to cut some of these stems a little bit shorter, just because right now they're a little bit longer. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut a couple of these guys. They don't all need to be like super long. I just like some greenery in different areas. It's not going to look bad at all. This guy is a little short now, but it's fine. I like to be able to, it's nice when you can go in and you can add in more than one and just make sure that, and then all your different sizes. Sometimes I like the greenery where you can cut it more and they don't all have to be the same size. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here, I'm going to pick this guy off a teeny bit more. I don't need it that big. And then I'm going to dip it in my hot glue skillet. You can use a hot glue gun for this. Hopefully my other hot glue skillet comes soon. I bought a new one on Amazon because this one's a little small and I don't really like the way it looks. It needs to be a little bit bigger. Okay, and then I just shove it down in the mesh or down by the, kind of attached it to like the ribbon and shove it down in there. Just get it real nice. Just spread it out. Okay. I'm gonna have to yell at my parents. They're making a lot of noise down there. I told them, can you be quiet for the next like 15-20 minutes? I just want to finish this wreath and or finish this video, and then you guys can talk again. But obviously they didn't hear the message because they're not being quiet. So yes, I'm just like attaching it down in here, finding a place where I could shove it down in there, kind of work with it a little bit. This is where kind of a steel pick machine kind of would come in handy a little bit better, just to help it go down in there. But I just use it, and I kind of just use it and I shove it down into the mesh behind the, kind of do it behind the ribbons, that way you can't really see it where you attached it. I have to add some more hot glue to that guy. It's getting a little empty in there. Okay. As I'm going through, I'm kind of, if I'm finding any different, sometimes I go in and I see some hanging glue or some fraying that's going on. Now is when I kind of just go through and do that, fix that part too. I'll go through again later and I'll pick out all the, because I know there'll be some hot glue that decides to stick in there. Okay, well that guy did not go in fast enough, so we gotta put some more hot glue on there. Just work with it. There we go. There we go. I love this boxwood. I should have picked up some more. It's very inexpensive, and it looks just for some nice greenery, even if you would just use this for like a different wreath and just add it in as the greenery offhand. I love it. It looks very nice too. So this is the top, so I'm going to add a little bit on the top because this is going to be like the main top where you're going to see it more. Okay, so what I just did is I just shoved it down in there. I'm kind of do it on an angle. There we go. Okay. There we go. We'll fix them. We'll adjust them. Right now I'm just trying to get them all in there. And then we'll go through and we'll figure out if we like the way that they're placed or not. And if not, we can always fix them and adjust them and bend the different greeneries. This guy needs to come on in here. Right now is where you can fix how you want your burlap poofs. Right now this poof is really big and it's not wanting to stay in where I have it, so we're going to kind of tuck it under and just add it like that. Make it a little bit poofier and kind of tuck it in over there. There we go. And I'll fix the ribbons after. Okay, it stopped raining, you guys. But it still looks kind of gross outside. Okay. This hot glue, it like really like, it's very stringy and it likes to hang out in clumps, and I have to just sit here and like rope it around in my hand before I can even attach it down into the thing, because it's all stuck in your, it's all like very like stringy, you know what I'm saying. You gotta just sit here and twist it so it all comes off before you take it over here, otherwise you're gonna have hot glue strings everywhere. And I don't like hot glue strings on my wreaths because they don't look good. Okay, I think I have like a couple more over here to do. I don't remember where I started. I think I started down in this corner somewhere. Somewhere down there. We'll just go until I can't pick it out. If it doesn't come out, I know it's in there. Okay, find it and just shove it right in the hole. Okay, I think this is in there. Yep, he's stuck in there. Okay, so that's our greenery added. As you guys can tell right here, this guy decided to hide behind the, he's trying to hide behind the ribbons, but he's not going to because I'm gonna pull them out along with this dude. Might have to mix it around a little bit. But yes, this is a very simple wreath. I didn't want to go too much because This guy's bothering me over here. Okay, but yes, so that's the wreath for today's video, you guys. This guy doesn't want to stay out here. Okay, come on. Stay out. You don't need to hide behind the ribbon. Neither do you guys. Okay. Okay. I think we got it. I'm gonna kind of put it up to the... Oh, I love that. I like the way that looks. Okay, so I'm gonna make a quick hanger so we can hang this up on the wall. And you guys know how I make my hangers. I just come in here with some of this wire. It's almost gone, actually. I think I have another thing down there. I come in with about 4 inches of wire. Cut it. Bend it into like a U shape. Kind of make it even. It's not that even, but it's fine. Then I come in with my pliers. And actually, this guy is not even. It's bothering me. Okay. Bend it down. Loop it down. One more. Loop it down. Okay. And then I come in here in the back of my wreath, wherever you want your top to be. This one's easiest because my top is right on this crossbar, as you guys can tell. And I just go in here like this with the hoops, come in from the back, take my pipe cleaner, or my wire, oh my gosh, my pipe cleaner. I just call my pliers a pipe cleaner. It's not even late either. I think I was planning on making another video, but God, I'm calling my freaking pliers my pipe cleaner. Maybe that's a sign telling me that you are tired. I'm not even tired. I slept in this morning. Okay. I slept in and then I woke up, I took a shower, and I went to Starbucks. Then I had to come home, and since I'm still in high school, I had to finish homework. I had to do schoolwork online. So, yeah. Okay, then I'm going to come in with my popsicle stick. As you guys can tell, it keeps on getting smaller and smaller, because after a while I kind of cut it. And then I'll probably be coming in with a new one soon, because... And then I just grab it with my fingers. After this, it's not even hot anymore. And I have a hanger. So I'm going to quick hang this up on the wall. Hang it over here because of the hook on the other one. Kind of sucks. Okay, and we're gonna bring you guys off this tripod, and I'm gonna show you. You might be a little wobbly. It's fine though. And I'm gonna bring you on over here to our wreath. So after I'm looking at it, you guys, now I think I might have to bring this up a teeny bit. So I'll do that when I get off this video, because you guys probably don't want to watch me do that. But what I'm gonna do is just kind of shimmy it up, just because it's a little bit lower down here than up there. I want it to kind of even. I'm going to fix these ribbon tails a little bit better, because some of them are bothering me. Especially this top one, it's kind of uneven. But yes, I'll do all that. I actually have the wreath crooked right now, so that's why it's up. But otherwise, this is the video, you guys. This is the wreath from my mom for Mother's Day. I don't know where she is, so I don't want to be too loud. But otherwise, guys, if you guys like this video, make sure to like. Comment down below. I think I was saying in the video your favorite Starbucks drink, and if you like Starbucks or not. Otherwise, I also said, what are you getting your mom for Mother's Day? Or if you're a mother, what do you want to get for Mother's Day? What are you hoping for? But if you guys like these videos, make sure to subscribe so you guys can see more videos, and then turn on your post notifications so you get notified every time I upload a video or a wreath tutorial or a tutorial on anything. I have a couple of projects I need to get done, some custom orders, so I'll make videos on those, so you'll get notified if I make those ones. But otherwise, have a great day, guys, and as always, stay positive, stay healthy right now during these times. Until then, you guys, goodbye.